teacher and classmates. My name is Ormelis Rodriguez, and today I'm going to share the answers provided by some of my friends that I personally interview for this activity. Let's get started. So I asked Ninoshka, do you think that managing a second language is something that must be mandatory for every professional when they finish a professional degree, and explain why?
I affirm that's totally necessary. A person that has completed its college studies must domain a second language.
Roque, I asked him, is mastering a second language an undeniable element to have a successful professional life, and explain why?
Learning a second language and mastering it is really important and it helps a lot to your professional life. However, I do consider that it's not an undeniable element to have a successful professional life. We can see hundreds of professionals that they have a successful life, a professional life, and they do not require to manage a second language. But it depends on, I consider that it depends on the environment.
What do you think is the main reason why English is one of the subjects where people fail the most at elementary, high school, and university level? And this was her answer.
I think that the main reason could be that these students don't interact with the language in their environment and they just find a big barrier. At the other hand, the teacher could not be using an appropriate method for these students and just left them behind.
Hello, teacher and classmates. I am David Mendoza, and in this activity, we have interviewed some people to get their opinions on the question proposed in this activity. Here are the answer of what they think about how important a second language is. What do you think is the main reason why English is one of the subjects where people fail the most at elementary, high school, and university levels?
I think one of the main reasons why students fail in English at different school levels is because of the methodology that is used in Panama. It is not well structured and it's mainly based on grammar studying. The students get bored when studying grammar more than speaking, and this is something that they do not enjoy.
Do you think that managing a second language is something that must be mandatory for every professional when they finish a professional degree? Explain.
I will say that yes, in this present time, because actually every time that is passing, there are more like international companies, and you have to talk in other language.
Is a mastering a second language an undeniable element to have a successful professional life? Explain. Well, in my opinion, it's very important to have a domain of a second language since in the future, well, from now it facilitates international communication, which is what makes us successful in the workplace. I can say that I really enjoy doing this activity because I was able to know the opinions of people who are currently working for companies that require professionals who can handle a second language and how important is to know how to communicate with other people. The advantage of mastering a second language.
All right. Well, my personal opinion about the first question, which is if I think that managing a second language is something that must be mandatory for every professional when they finish their professional degree, I would say that in order to for it to be mandatory, I guess um, we have to change a lot of things when it comes to education first in order to make such a big decision. I mean, it's not a bad idea because, of course, it is a very helpful thing for students to be able to manage a second language, because it gives a plus to whatever they're doing. It opens doors in their careers. Like, it opens doors not only for their careers, but in a cultural way, or in a communication way, because they would be able to communicate without the need of a translator, for example. And that would definitely be a big plus for their curriculum.